Hey guys, everyone, Picker AIRSOFT. So today let's take a look at the GHK MK18 Mod 1. And first, well, let's take a look at the outlook first. So this is the baseline or the basic model of the Mod 18 Mod 1, but there are some things that are incorrectly built. I think it's okay if you have to add your own accessories in order for it to be fully called the Mod 18 Mod 1, but when it comes in already incorrect parts that you have to exchange, then I think it's a bit more troublesome. So for example, it's the soft mod stock. In the real Mark 18, they're using the LMT stock, which this hole is not a QD mount, but this one is a QD mount. I guess it's for QD is pretty popular nowadays, so they may have added in here. So this is more like the current B5 enhanced style soft mod, but B5 they make a bunch for they make a badge for the military where this hole is not a QD mount. So if you have to follow strictly to the the correct build clone, then you have to switch off the mount. And in comparison to the VFC Mark 18 Mod 1, the VFC one already came with a CQD style rear mount, so you have to change this also. And the VFC one also came with the long tango down style vertical grip, so we had to purchase that for the GHK. So if you buy this one, switch the mounts and the stock, it will cost you even more than the VFC one. And as for the sight, it's minor details. Supposedly it's 10 front sight with the black rear sight, but I think that's minor, so that one is okay, I guess. And on the Mac itself, this is the same Mac as the GHK G5. And I've mentioned that I like the valve being in here, so you don't have to, so you can add some kind of base padding on the bottom of the magazine. So for those who like to drop their mags on the ground, you can have some kind of protection, and you don't have to take it on and off each time you refill the gas. And as for reloading, the general BB loader for GBB pistol or rifle does not fit the GHK one. GHK one is just a bit wider than your standard BB loader. So I've been using the loader that came with the box. But also I've seen someone who load the GHK magazine with your typical AEG BB loaders that does not have this thing. And so what he did is he put one BB in here, he put the BB down a little bit, and then he can insert the BB through the AEG BB loaders. Well, it takes some practice. I've tried that. It loads it loads only half of what I'm inputting, but eventually it loads up the whole magazine. So that will take some practice to get it done. So one of the main concern that I have with GHK gun before I got this is the way that you adjust the hop up. And in the other GHK M4 where you have the those rail, you have to take off the lower rail in order to adjust the hop. But in the DD rail, luckily this hole is big enough so you can actually see the hop adjustment wheel inside here. So when I was at the range, I just had to stick the screwdriver in here to adjust more or less hop. So it's not as troublesome as I thought it would be at the beginning. So I've shot about 10 max or so in the range, and at the range it happens to have someone who works at GMP, and he said this rail does not look like it's made from them. GMP also has a license for Daniel Defense rail where they have made the Mark 18 before. And it also doesn't look like it's made by Mapo. He said it kind of reminds him of the quality of the rail reminds him of VFC quality, so it might be VFC, but if someone knows, please leave a comment. So this rail itself, and here is the code marking. And on a GHK marking, when you feel the marking by finger, it feels like some kind of sand blast texture on it. in comparison with, let's say, the Maori set system MWS. It's more smooth feeling, but that one has Cerakote also. So that's the lower. And GHK is famous for the good trigger. So the reset and the wall is exactly on the same spot. And in comparison to, again, with the Maori, well, it happened someone bought a Maori MWS to the range, so I was testing the comparison the trigger. Although I have had the MWS before, but it was 2 years ago, I don't really remember the trigger feeling by head. So during the comparison, I found that on the right back to the reset, the GHK trigger has more strength to pull your finger back, so it feels more smoothly. On the Maori one, it kind of feels like this, so there's like a few moving part before you hit the reset, and after you hit the reset, there's a little bit of space in, there's a little bit of travel distance in the Maori to hit the wall, whereas the GHK, it almost hit it right away. And also during the firing the GHK, for those of you who have the Maori MWS or the set system, you can hear the spring vibrating, and it's kind of like a rattlesnake vibrating the spring in here, if you know what I mean. On the GHK, you don't really notice that, but you do hear the spring sound, but it's not as shatter vibrating as the MWS. But if you have to talk about performance and upgrade part, obviously the Maori one will have more upgrade parts available than the GHK, but in stock wise, I would prefer the GHK over the Maori. And if you're speaking of accuracy, well, you can always upgrade barrel for accuracy, but at the range at 20 meters, I don't really notice a huge difference between this one and the Maori MWS. So I was playing around with the GHK at the range. So as you can see, it's quite easily to adjust the hop up and down. And then I was trying to shoot from close to far, trying to adjust the hop to make it shoot as straight as possible before I tune the iron sight. And while I'm adjusting, as you can see, I can shoot that 15 meters target on the hindsight pretty well. But unfortunately, my GoPro ran out of batteries at the end, so I couldn't show you guys the 20 meters accuracy test. But I will be keeping this GHK, and I'll be doing some upgrades on it, so I'll be prepping a follow-up video on the GHK later on. And as for the overall feelings, the GHK is quite responsive, but I gotta say, when you're holding the bow back by hand, it's not as smooth as the Tokyo Maori system, but when you're shooting it, it definitely feels more responsive. So this is it for the unboxing of the GHK Mark 18 Mark 1, and I will see you guys next time.